Well, it was a great weekend of football, and my apologies for no video yesterday. I actually made a college football video, tried to upload it, and had some struggles uploading it. But regardless, we're back here. It's Monday, so you know what it means. We got to talk about the NFL. I'm going to do my top 3 most impressive performances here, and then I'm going to give my top 10 NFL teams after the weekend. And I know we still have Monday Night Football, but I'm going to do my best to incorporate those teams in there and give a pretty fair estimate here. Okay, actually I realized I messed up my top 10 teams, but that's okay. Let's get into it. So the first most impressive performances, number 1 is the Vikings defense. This game was crazy. It was the backup battle of Cincinnati. It was Browning versus Wentz, 2 quarterbacks that, I don't know, have been a little shaky at times. But here the story of it was Minnesota's defense. I believe they had 31 fantasy points or something along the lines of that. Isaiah Rodgers had 2. He had 1 interception returned for a touchdown, 1 fumble returned for a touchdown. The Vikings stomped the Bengals. And yeah, Wentz looked better than McCarthy has all season. He looked more comfortable with the offense. I think the Vikings defense is very, very strong, and it's a testament to Brian Flores. I don't exactly know where to put the Vikings after that performance, but it is worth noting. Number 2, I had the Carolina Panthers. My sweet Carolina Panthers. I'm trying to find this game here. Here we go. My sweet Carolina Panthers got a big-time win. The first of the season at home against the Falcons. They made Michael Penix Jr. and the rest of the Falcons look like a complete joke. Penix threw 2 interceptions. Bryce Young completely clean from the pocket, no interceptions. They ran the ball for 110 yards. It was mostly a story of the defense and opportunistic scoring. T-Mac led the way with receiving, and Hubbard led the way running with about 80 yards. Mac had about 50 yards receiving. I think the Panthers defense actually showed you that they're not that bad. And that was what was impressive to me. For a defense, the 4th defense in NFL history to allow 3,000 yards rushing last year, they actually showed up and showed out. And that was a surprising thing for me. And the third most impressive team has got to be the Cleveland Browns. We got to throw them in the most impressive list from the weekend. Beating the Packers, who many talked about as the best team in the NFL, the team most likely to go undefeated. The defense looked great, and now the defense played pretty well until the end of this one. It was 13-10, the Browns winning on a walk-off field goal. Joe Flacco got the big-time win for the Browns, but Jordan Love looked shaky, threw an interception. I think the Packers have got to get some things figured out, and this just shows that we can't jump on the hype train too quick. So let's jump here quickly into my top 10. We're going to have number 1, we have the Buffalo Bills. So the Packers, a lot of people had last week. I had them between 2 and 1. I think the Bills deserve to be number 1 this week. 31-21 beating the Dolphins. It looked close until the 4th quarter. Josh Allen's too comfortable. He hasn't thrown an interception this season. 3 touchdowns in this game. I trust the Bills too much situationally to have him any lower than that. Number 2 is going to be the Eagles. So the Eagles have been a bit shaky at times. Hurts has yet to throw for 200 yards. This game, he proved it all wrong. 228 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. The tush push, while it might still be a false start, it still works great. The Eagles beat the Rams. This is a really tough game. I've got the Rams pretty high in my list as well. I really like the Eagles, so I'm going to keep them there at 2. Number 3, I'm going to have the Ravens. They play the Lions on Monday night. It's a little hard to keep these 2 teams because both of these teams are probably in the top 10 somewhere. So this game's big. I'm assuming the Ravens are going to win. It's at Baltimore. Let's just say that the Ravens win this game. I've got the Ravens at 3. They lost to the Bills, but other than that, they look pretty solid. The defense looks good. The offense is just potent between Lamar and Derrick Henry. This team is one of the most complete teams in football, and I've got them there at 3. 4, we're going to have the Los Angeles Chargers. I think the Chargers played a great game against the Broncos, their most in-conference rival here. they came back there in the fourth quarter, trailing by a touchdown. They were able to get it done and won 23-20, 3-0 so far in the season, leading the division. In general, I'm kind of picking these division leaders for the best teams right now, at least. But I really like the Chargers so far. Number 5, I'm going to have the Packers. I think you still got to keep them in the top 10. They played very poorly in this game in Cleveland. I think also we're kind of underrating how good Cleveland's defense is. Love threw for 1 touchdown. They really struggled to run the ball. I don't think Jacobs exceeded 60, 70 yards. And yeah, the Packers have got some kinks to work out on the offensive side. 13 points allowed should be enough to win you a game. So I think the defense still looks pretty good. And they did well for me in fantasy this week as well. So yeah, we're going to throw the Eagles in there at 6. We're going to throw the Rams in there at 6 behind the Packers. They lost to the Eagles. They looked strong. If it wasn't for the Jordan Davis blocked kick returned for a touchdown, they would have probably won this game, and they'd be higher. They'd be in the top 5 for me. I like the Rams. I think it's still early season. The Eagles showed that they're still the Super Bowl defending champions. And the Rams' offense looked good, just couldn't score any points in the fourth quarter. So situationally, you got to step it up a little bit and close out the games a little stronger. So I'm going to keep the Rams there at 6. 7, I'm going to throw the Buccaneers in there, 3-0. Just comfortably beat the Jets. The Jets had the blocked kick for the touchdown off of the Bucs were up, I think they were up 6 points. Blocked kick for a touchdown. And then the Bucs came back down, and Baker led another game-winning drive. He's led 3 game-winning drives so far this season. I think this defense is pretty solid. The Bucs, they gave up 21 points in the fourth quarter, a little bit concerning, but I've got confidence in the Buccaneers just continuing to improve. There's too many weapons on the outside with Ibuka and Mike Evans. Bucky Irving's been running the ball well. I'm going to keep them there at 7. At 8, I'm going to have the Colts. So it's a crazy jump. Most people probably won't have the Colts this high, but I don't see any reason why we shouldn't. They are 3-0. They've beat the Broncos. They just smoked the Titans. Daniel Jones looks like the second coming of Peyton Manning over there after struggling in New York, and I trust him. I think the Colts' defense is very good. Their offense right now has been particularly strong. I really like them. Next, I'm going to have the Niners at 9. And yeah, the Niners 3-0. This is the battle of backups. It was another backup game here. Mac Jones took on the Cardinals. They won this game. I think the defense is really what carries for me. This team is going to get Brandon Ayuk back eventually. They still have McCaffrey. Purdy didn't play. They beat a good Cardinals team that was undefeated that season. Ricky Pearsall looks like another great receiver, a great weapon for Shanahan. I think the defense is really what sets them apart and maybe keeps them here in the top 10. And at number 10, I'm going to have the Lions. This might be a little low on the Lions. I'm just kind of waiting to see. I want to see how they play against the rest of the division. They play against the Vikings. I want to see how they play against some other tough competition. This Ravens game is important, so maybe I shouldn't have done the rankings this early. But I like them. I like Goff. I want to see how this defense continues to play. I want to see how the offense plays against somebody not named the Bears like last week. Again, this Baltimore game is huge, so maybe I shouldn't have done the rankings here tonight or this morning. But let's get him out, and yeah, I think right outside my top 10 is going to be the Commanders. With Marcus Mariota, it's a little uncertain with the backups. The Chiefs are outside still, of course. They won a game against a not good Packers team, and yeah, the Seahawks are just outside as well. I want to see more consistent, sustained play from the Seahawks. And yeah, I think that's going to be about it from this one. And hope you enjoyed quick NFL rankings. We'll see you back tomorrow. Oh, and also college football full weekend breakdown. We're going to break down the AP poll and such. I'm guessing that will be coming out tomorrow. So tonight or tomorrow, I'm going to sit down. We're going to break down the AP rankings. look at some of the games more in depth since that video didn't come out. I want to still have that. And so, yeah, hope to see you back again for college football coverage. And we'll have some more different videos coming this week as well. Thank you.